guys, let's go fishing.
All right.
Hey, Brent, there's already one down here.
Come on, Brent. Should we try to catch a fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what's down there today.
Hi, I'm Bob Jensen. This is Fishing the Midwest. Thanks for stopping by. We're going crappie fishing today. We'll be with Eric Olson on the backwaters of the Mississippi River on the Minnesota-Wisconsin border, Pool 4. We're going to be catching crappies and checking out a new boat. Later on, we're going to take a look at a special walleye boat. First though, it's crappies. Let's go. Pool 4 of the Mississippi River is one of the most legendary stretches of walleye water in the Midwest. The walleyes bite here year-round, and Eric Olson is one of the best walleye catchers anywhere. He has participated in and won walleye tournaments at the highest level. He's one of the best walleye catchers anywhere. When I called him last fall and asked if he wanted to go fishing, he said sure. I figured that since I'm fishing on world-class walleye water with a world-class walleye angler, that we'd be after walleyes. Eric said let's chase crappies. I said okay, so we chased crappies. I'm glad we did. There's one. There's one. So that's what crappies look like around here. Okay, it wasn't a crappie, and it wasn't very big. I was just glad to catch the first fish of the day. That doesn't happen very often. Eric followed up with what we were after. Oh, let's go a better one, Eric. Look at that guy.
Yeah, it'll work.
Do you want to put him in the net, or?
Yeah, you know what? Let's put him in the net because I don't see how good, he's not hooked very well.
You know, crappies have such soft mouths that if you really want to catch them, if you want to make sure you put them in the boat, that net's a good idea.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's just a nice crappie.
Just a nice crappie.
No matter how you slice it.
Look how big his mouth is.
I know.
You know, that's the deal about crappies. You can go with a little bit bigger bait than you would a bluegill or a sunfish or something because their mouth is so much bigger.
Well, what's amazing is how fast they can get it in, too.
Yeah.
I mean, even some of the bigger baits, everybody thinks you have to go extremely small.
Yes.
But that's not the case. And boy, they grab on and go.
Yeah.
It's a tug at the end of the line.
Yeah. What is that?
Let's see what it is. It is a bass.
Bass. Huh. With
A little largemouth bass.
With that cover down there, those crappies and bass will be right together, won't they?
No, they'll. The fun thing is you get everything.
I know. Another bass bite. We found that small bass and crappies were in the same spots, but the bass bit first. If we caught a bass, there were almost always crappies in the spot also. We have two goals on our trip today. First, we want to catch some crappies. But secondly, we wanted to give the Ranger 175T a workout. This is a new boat from Ranger. It's a 17.5-foot tiller boat. It's got all the quality of the bigger Rangers. It's just a little smaller, and it's affordable. We'll take a closer look at the 175T later. Right now, the crappies are biting. Yeah, he was out a ways, Eric.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, you see the end of the log here. And he was out, I don't know, quite a bit of ways and up high.
I will get us out a little further.
Huh. Crappies are fun, aren't they?
Oh, they're a blast. Absolutely a blast.
Yeah, I liked them.
Once you find them, then you can usually start pulling them.
But he was right in here. Here's what we're doing. We're in the backwaters of Pool 4. We're fishing brush piles and wood structure along steep banks. We're just flipping our jigs up into the cover and slowly swimming it back to the boat. We're using 1/8-ounce weed weasel jigs tipped with impulse jig and tail water bugs. The weed weasel has a brush guard that enables us to swim the jig through the cover without too many snags. The water bug is a new offering in the impulse line of plastic baits. It doesn't have as much tail action as many plastic. It kind of glides, and that's what the crappies wanted on this day. The crappies are biting. When we come back, we'll catch some more. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by Impulse. Excite the bite with scent, color, and action. Fraybill. Trusted gear since 1938. WalleyeLeather.com. If you are a truly rabid walleye person, you should have already had this stuff. Dakota Grills. Unleash your inner chef.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
Al's Specialty Marine, service is their specialty. The Brugenthies family has been in the boat business for almost 35 years. For performance and reliability, you can't beat a Ranger boat team with an Evinrude motor. Their staff knows exactly how to rig your boat for maximum pleasure. Al's Specialty Marine also has premier pontoons and a wide variety of other boats that will fit your needs. Al's Specialty Marine will do an outstanding job of taking care of all your boating needs.
Al's Specialty Marine, stop on by. Al's Specialty Marine.
Lake Cabotogama in Voyageurs National Park is your year-round destination for experiencing nature at its finest. Enjoy the solitude of the pristine wilderness while having all the comforts of home available at the many full-service resorts. The fishing is world-class. So are all the other outdoor activities that are abundant in all the seasons. Cab is the perfect place for your family or group of friends, and Cab is an easy drive from anywhere in the Midwest. Cabotogama Lake in northern Minnesota. Discover Cab now. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. It's a beautiful day in November. The crappies are biting. Let's get back out there. The backwaters of the Mississippi River are a special place. There's so much wildlife and waterfowl. On this day, there was almost always a bald eagle or two in a nearby tree watching us fish. We saw deer and geese. Really a nice addition to the fishing experience. Eric, you know, a lot of the times crappies will really be related to something. In this case, it's this log coming into the water. But even then, you got to figure out if they're out toward the edge of the log, end of the log, up close to shore. You really got to figure out where they are.
It could be as much a spot on the spot. And once you start to get a couple fish, then it's going to be an indication of where you need to put it, and then you start to understand what the structure is happening underneath it.
In this case, we can see that log. We can see it come up from shore, and there's two parts of it sticking up there. And they seem to be pretty close to that area where it's sticking up out toward the deeper water on the log.
Exactly. Nice fish.
I can swing him, Eric. I got him. Yep. Now this guy, he was right under the surface. I mean, you know, we're throwing to 4, 5, 6 feet of water, and it tapers out from the shoreline. But he was right underneath the surface. And that's a decent crappie.
Nice crappie.
Yeah, you know.
To be honest, Bob, any crappie is a good crappie.
I know. But they're good to eat too. You know what? I'm gonna put him in the life well. Here's something I discovered late this past summer that's become a part of every fishing trip. It's a drink called Nature's Fury. It's a fruit juice that doesn't have fructose syrup. It has lots of the right vitamins, but most importantly to me, it just tastes good. Really good, and it doesn't give me that bloated feeling. Nature's Fury is new, but more and more places are carrying it. Nature's Fury tastes good, and it's good for you. Catching crappies is good for you too.
This is a little bit better fish.
Is it really?
Feels like it at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When you get some of these decent fish, they just fight just great.
I know. Eric, in the river here, you know, how important is color selection to these fish?
Well, you know, I think it's funny because sometimes color can make a big difference, and we've been playing a lot with color today, and believe it or not, it hasn't really made much difference, but I think more than anything, size has. And you know, obviously we talked about the point where if you get a bait down there, maybe it turns out to be, they get used to that bait and see that it's food, and then hey, let's start eating it. Because what happens is generally one will hit, and then you'll have maybe one chasing. Yep. So they want to get a shot at it when it comes back.
Yep.
So, kind of cool.
Boy, on a day like this, you don't even care if the fish are biting, but they are. When we come back, we'll catch some more. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is presented by Northland Fishing Tackle, made by fishermen for fishermen. Cabela's, it's in your nature. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Growth Energy, America's ethanol supporters.
All right, Austin, you got Harvick on the inside and the Ferguson family riding hot behind you. The who? Ferguson's, beige minivan, and they're late for a soccer game, so if you could, get a move on.
NASCAR is powered by a blend of 15% American ethanol.
Man, those Fergusons are fast.
E15 is made for your car, too. Try not to let it go to your head. Learn more about the benefits of E15 at American Ethanol's Facebook page.
Focused, driven, and engineered to excel. This is the all-new Ranger Z520C. From the total performance hull to a revolutionary interior design, it's our most advanced bass boat to date. Combined with Evinrude E-Tech's power, performance, and 300 hours with no dealer schedule maintenance, this is a level of leadership that's easy to see and hard to follow. Experience more with Evinrude.
Evinrude E-Tech has been outperforming four-stroke engines for years. But what about the latest 150 four-strokes that claim to deliver two-stroke-like torque? See the proof for yourself. Get your free DVD now and watch how the two-stroke Evinrude E-Tech 150 outpulls and out-accelerates the four-stroke competition. See how it wins when it comes to maintenance, ease of winterization, and more. Evinrude E-Tech is the true champion. Go to Evinrude150challenge.com and get your free DVD now.
Lake Cabotogama in Voyageurs National Park is your year-round destination for experiencing nature at its finest. Enjoy the solitude of the pristine wilderness while having all the comforts of home available at the many full-service resorts. The fishing is world-class. So are all the other outdoor activities that are abundant in all the seasons. Cab is the perfect place for your family or group of friends, and Cab is an easy drive from anywhere in the Midwest. Cabotogama Lake in northern Minnesota. Discover Cab now. Weed weasel jigs with impulse, water bugs are really catching them today. We're just flipping them up in the brush. Let's get some more. Another one of the keys to catching crappies is they can be anywhere, can't they? Close to the surface, down low. That's one of the real things you got to zero in on.
I mean, we're so used to obviously being that I'm a walleye fisherman, and a lot of people are walleye fishermen. You think they're all relating to the bottom, and crappie generally will be suspended at some point, and they can be all the way to a foot under the surface.
We were mostly flipping jigs into the brush, but we're keeping a close eye on the depth finder. Sometimes the crappies were out away from the cover. When the depth finder showed us the fish right under the boat, we dropped a jig on their head. And much of the time, they're biting. That hummingbird draws such a good picture of what's under the boat, it really will help you catch more fish. Any size, Eric?
Looks okay.
Down, it looks like.
You know, they're all pretty okay.
Yep. Can you swing him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to see where that hook is positioned, don't you?
Let's get him hoisted up in the boat.
Yep. Those are the perfect size.
They're just awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Just a great looking fish.
Yep.
They eat good too.
I know. When you think panfish, you often think of light line, and usually that's a good idea. But panfish in heavy cover require heavier line to get them out. We're using a minimum of 6-pound test bionic panfish line, and 8-pound test is actually working better. While we make a run to another shoreline, let's check out something from Cabela's. It's the Fish Eagle 50 rod. Jeremy, that Fish Eagle 2 rod was a really good one. I've heard a lot about this Fish Eagle 50. What's that about?
The Fish Eagle 50 took the place of the old Fish Eagle 2. They just made a few changes to it, modified a few things, made it a better rod.
What makes it better?
They've got new handles on them. It's got a locking foregrip, a rubberized cork handle.
Why do you like that rubberized cork?
Just gives you a little bit grip when it's wet. It doesn't decompose as fast as what your cork would.
Yep. And what's the 50 stand for? The Fish Eagle 50, what's 50?
The Fish Eagle 50, the 50 stands for the 50 million modulus of graphite.
Why is that important?
It's more sensitive, it's lighter, it's more durable, it's just a better blank.
Are these guides different too?
Yep, these are going to be stainless steel with graphite inserts.
Why is that important?
Stronger, more durable again.
It's really a lightweight rod.
Yeah, it's a lot lighter than the old one and more sensitive.
Nice too, yeah. Yep. Spinning and casting?
Spinning and casting, and it has plenty of actions in both to cover every situation you might need them for.
Bass, walleye, panfish?
Everything, yep. The Fish Eagle 50, available at every Cabela's.
That's a nice rod. Cabela's is doing a great job with the entire line of Cabela's rods, and Eric's doing a great job of putting us on fish. The boat is working really well for us today, but that 75 horsepower Evinrude E-Tech is a very important part of this package. Eric explains. Eric, you know, when we've been going from spot to spot today, at the idle speeds in particular, I've noticed how quiet this motor is.
It is amazing, and you know, with the E-Tech technology, we're really able to give the consumer the best of all worlds. Get you to and from the spot fast, but still keep it extremely quiet and give you all the slow trolling speeds.
You're talking louder than the motor is.
Nice, isn't it? You know, and there's nothing wrong with that either, and the vibration is zero, and you can be comfortable fishing it all day long, and you're also going to be able to get it to the fish at the right speeds, and that's really the bait's going the right speeds.
Yeah. There's a little lull in the action. That's a perfect time to get something to eat. Adam Sorensen from Dakota Grills has something cooking for us. Adam, one of my favorite things is pulled pork, and you told me you know how to do that?
Absolutely. We're going to start some right now. I already loaded the smoker tray with lilac wood, and now we're going to put the just a pork butt bone in, season it up nicely all the way around. Stick the probe in. So first thing we're going to do is turn it on. We'll set our grill temperature at 320. That's a very good temperature to smoke at. We're going to set the timer now for 40 minutes. And that's all the time we need to put a very nice smoke flavor on. Okay, it's been about 40 minutes now. Looks like it's, yep, there, just switched to warm. And now what we're going to do is we're going to set our grill temperature down to 240 degrees. Now we're going to set our probe temperature down to 140. 140 is food safe. This is the moisture adjustment. Normally we just leave it set right here on number 2. If you have too much moisture, you can open it up. Of course, that's not our problem. We're cooking for a very long time, so we need to minimize our moisture loss. And what I'm going to do is stuff a little tin foil in here and close it down all the way. So it's completely sealed at this point. And that'll hold all that moisture until morning. The pulled pork we started last night is now ready. First thing we're going to do is add a little apple jelly on it. And this will act to add some moisture back in.
So Adam, this pork has been in here 16 hours and the exterior of the grill is not even hot.
That's right, Bob. It's kid safe, it's all insulated, and that also gives you even temperatures throughout, which means it cooks very evenly. Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and pull this off, shred it up. See, it's beautiful pulled pork here.
The pork is shredded, now what?
Now we add some barbecue sauce. Use whatever you like. My all-time favorite is U.S.S. All right, Bob, see what you think of this.
Good job, Adam. I've got a Dakota grill that I really enjoy. It's easy to use and the food that comes off it is outstanding.
Bob's on fire.
Yeah, but a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they definitely get a lot bigger in the river.
Yeah.
But
he was hungry. I mean, look at, he's got that so far down. I mean, he just inhaled that thing.
And it's definitely telling us we get the right thing out there.
Yeah, yeah, and that's good. Look at his eyes. Look how his eyes got that black line right through him. Isn't that something? What a nice day. Mid-November, temps in the 50s. Eric's always a good guy to fish with. This was a win. And I really liked what I saw in the 175T. Let's take a quick look at some of the features of the Ranger 175T. You know, Eric, we only got to fish for an afternoon, but I was really impressed with this boat and all the features it offers. This is going to be a nice rig for a lot of people throughout the entire Midwest.
Well, it's pretty solid as far as I'm concerned.
What do we got in
You've
there?
got batteries, you've got all your circuit breakers parked in there.
Depth finders up where it's easy to see and easy to get to.
Plenty of space as well to put electronics, which is important whether you're running 2 or 3. and it's a nice control center. It's adequate.
Big live well. I like this rod box. Did you see how much room there is in there in that rod box?
I know. It's,
look at that.
You know, you can get full eight rods into this and not have to worry about putting them out in the front deck.
Yep.
But here's the advantage. You've got space in the front deck if you want to have the quick situations. You're running spot to spot, lay them in the front deck. The rod buckles are there to hold the rods.
You and I both fished out of the front of the boat a lot today, and there was plenty of room.
Without question.
Yep. Lots of storage over here. You've got a cooler there, which doubles as dry storage.
Yep.
You got a minnow well here, which works good for panfish and that sort of thing for the live well. You got lots of storage here. I mean, you got life jackets in there. You've got jackets. You've got a camera, my still camera thing, and then back here you've got all this room for tackle storage. This boat has a lot of application for a lot of people here in the Midwest.
Well, and the other thing too is it's nice, even if you're going to be on smaller lakes or fishing for bass, the front deck lip is small, so if you're going to go flipping for bass or pitching for bass, not a problem. And the overall deck space, you can walk completely around the deck and fight fish, so it works for muskie as well.
And when we were running down the river, the ride was nice.
Exceptional. And that's one of the things that I think is important about all Ranger hull designs. With the reverse chine that they have coming out from the hull, not another aluminum boat company can touch it, and not another boat company, period. Because the way they design it, they run the reverse chine further forward, knocks the waves down, so even in a tiller application, in some rougher conditions, bouncy conditions, and windy, you're not going to get wet.
And the big thing is, it's affordable.
It is affordable, and not only to say that, it's a Ranger.
It's a nice boat, nice motor, nice rig, and it's affordable.
And let's not forget the trailer, Bob. I mean, it's a custom trailer. Loads easy every time. And believe it or not, a lot of people forget about the trailer, and that's one of the key aspects. How fast can you get it on the trailer? How easy is it? And can you do it by yourself? And this is no question. So, I mean, I think it's the ultimate rig for the smaller lake guy or a guy who wants to do any species. It works perfect.
For many of us here in the Midwest, the Ranger 175T teamed with that Evinrude E-Tech is a winner for walleyes and pretty much any other species of fish you might want to catch. Another winner is the crappie fishing in the backwaters of the Mississippi River in Pool 4 on the Wisconsin-Minnesota border. Maybe we'll see you there sometime. And talking about walleye boats, you've got to see the next walleye watercraft we're going to feature on Fishing the Midwest. You'll see it when we come back. What a beautiful day on the water. The crappies were biting, the waterfowl were flying, and that new Ranger with that 75 Evinrude did an outstanding job. When we come back, we'll take a look at a special type of walleye boat you probably haven't seen before. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is presented by Bionic Line, your fish, your line. Beautiful Cabotogama Lake, gateway to Voyageurs National Park. Evinrude E-Tech, 300 hours, no dealer scheduled maintenance. Nature's Fury, all the vitamins, more juice.
All right, Austin, you got Harvick on the inside and the Ferguson family riding hot behind you. The who? Ferguson's, beige minivan, and they're late for a soccer game, so if you could, get a move on.
NASCAR is powered by a blend of 15% American ethanol.
Man, those Fergusons are fast.
E15 is made for your car, too. Try not to let it go to your head. Learn more about the benefits of E15 at American Ethanol's Facebook page.
At Al's Specialty Marine, service is their specialty. The Brugenthies family has been in the boat business for almost 35 years. For performance and reliability, you can't beat a Ranger boat team with an Evinrude motor. Their staff knows exactly how to rig your boat for maximum pleasure. Al's Specialty Marine also has premier pontoons and a wide variety of other boats that will fit your needs. Al's Specialty Marine will do an outstanding job of taking care of all your boating needs.
Al's Specialty Marine, stop on by. Al's Specialty Marine.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
I'm in the acting track at my school, so I love theater. Oh, wow.
Thinking about Broadway.
I'd like to thank from the Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap.
Okay, it may not be a fishing boat, but it is a walleye boat. Take a look at this.
I christen thee, United States ship Minnesota. May God bless this ship and all who sail in her.
If you've ever wondered about how important walleyes and walleye watercraft are to some folks, check out this walleye boat.
Minnesota is a Virginia-class submarine. It's a 10th. Virginia-class submarine was specifically designed after the Cold War. It was specifically designed for post-Cold War era.
From the Arabian Sea to the polar ice cap, Minnesota will operate in the harshest environments on the planet as her crew protects the freedom of the seas and the interests of the United States.
So we are everywhere and anywhere. So that's the main, one of the strengths of the submarine is that we can stay out there and we will remain undetected.
It's the most advanced warship out there. It's we've put a lot of effort into building the crew, putting the crew together.
To see where we've come, where we are now with respects to where we were, it's amazing. It's like playing a video game. You know, the traditional telephone poles that used to come up and down for the periscopes, we don't have those anymore. It's a joystick and a big flat screen, plasma screen TV. So it is much like playing a big video game.
Are you proud that the ship's logo is a walleye?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you look at the logo, it's pretty tough looking one. It looks like you don't want to mess with it, but yeah.
What do you know about the walleye? Tell me about the walleye.
I know it's good eating. I've never caught a walleye myself, but I've heard of the term, and it's bringing the fish onto the seal, brings back the tradition, the submarine tradition. Back in the day, all of our submarines were named after fish, so it's neat that we're able to bring back some of the past.
It's then up to Commander Fancher and his crew to add personality to their ship. And given Minnesotans' propensity toward resiliency, hardiness, and toughness, after all, how else do you get through those winters? Commander, you've got your work cut out for you.
There you have it, a walleye boat unlike any other you've ever seen. A walleye boat that's helping to defend our country. Hats off and a big thank you to all of those aboard the U.S.S. Minnesota. I told you that was a unique walleye boat. It really was. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you get the opportunity, flip those jigs with impulse water bugs into brush piles, you'll catch crappies. Hey, for all of us at Fishing the Midwest, thanks for stopping by. Be nice to one another. We'll see you again next time.